Oh my gosh. Hello, folks. Welcome to another lovely match streamed by CCA. My name is Grace, and I'm joined here today. No, I had it right the first time. I am
Mhm.
joined here today by my ever so lovely co-commentator. Please introduce yourself.
Hey yo, I'm complete and I am excited to get into some exciting Division 4 action today. So we're going to be looking at the Titans of Alterna coming up against Neumont Splat Llamas here. Neumont University versus California State University at Fullerton. So these is going to be a very interesting matchup here. We got two teams with some kind of opposing seasons. On one side, we got Neumont coming in at a very high 2-0, looking to secure their ticket into Division 4 playoffs. And on the other side, we got Titans of Alterna, who are gonna need to. This has got to be a must-win if they're looking to stay in the playoff picture here.
Yeah, I mean, looking at their stats so far, the Llamas are undefeated, which is really, really good for them. I don't know why my webcam is doing that right now, but that's okay. I'm still beautiful, guys. You can still see my plushies in the back. Who cares? Um, Other than that, though, Titans have a 2-8 record. So they did manage to take 2 games off of the meme machine, which both of these teams have fought. Llamas fought them in week 1, and then the Titans fought them in week 2 here. So it's like you said, this is pretty much the Titans. Like, this is their now or never, as the song in Splatoon may say. This is their last chance to punch in their ticket to try to get into playoffs, into the finals as well, to up their chances of being the wild card pick as well. But yeah, so going into week 3, a lot of these teams, like, I feel like as a competitor myself, this is like when you really start to lock it in. Like week 1 and 2, maybe you're kind of feeling out the other teams too. Maybe you haven't quite done your homework and you're actually like, oh, this is like, we're getting pretty real here. And we can judge that as well by the Titans' performance so far. That first week, they went 0-4. They couldn't quite find their footing. Second week, they took 2 games off their opponents. And now this week, I feel like they're going to come into this with a lot more steam. Especially with the first map mode transition segue. We're
Whoa.
going. Whoa, the first map game 1. Tower control ship shape cargo co. This is the mother of all lockouts ever. And
Hmm.
also a pretty frequent tower control map. So I feel like both of these teams are going to know it pretty well here, but it's going to be about the comps. It's going to be about adapting to each other. Complete. I'm so nervous. What are these comps? Oh.
I don't know. We got some crazy
Well,
stuff coming into this game one. We got 2 brushes, one on either
what?
side, 2 buckets from the side of Alterna here. So we're getting crazy on this map here. We're going to see both teams come into this top right area. The brush finds an early trade onto the Dreadwinger, and 2 go down early on either side. We're seeing some quick action here fast.
Yeah, unpacking the comps even more. I mean, okay, Raze. Okay, I'll talk about you. I'll talk about that pro. I've been seeing this pro get a lot more action here, and I'm happy to see it get action in these across divs as well, in CCA, Ludi, you name it. Open level tournaments as well because of those missiles. They're just so good at supporting your teammates. It's the I feel like a really, really good special to weapon combo as well, because you've got that long range, you've got that special that your teammates can go in with there. Like, it's giving a lot of other initiation specials here. But my gosh, complete. I gotta shut up. I gotta stop talking about missiles here, because we know how good missiles are, because the members here, my gosh, they're already pushing up. They're already, okay, their push did just get shut down a little bit here, but still, all the way down to 18 remaining. They cracked all the checkpoints already, and it was like barely the first minute.
Yeah, 18 is an absolutely massive push here to get into the beginning of this game, and Neumont is still providing resistance as Alterna is trying to move this tower back into mid here. It looks like we're going to see an even split here with Alterna trying to force something, able to find a trade here, and we're going to be seeing another reset from both sides here as these teams try and scrap together something as we try and build momentum here. This brush sharking under that left side doesn't really need to find anything there, but 2 go down on Alterna here, so we're gonna have to see them reset, get back to mid, and hopefully we need to build some more specials here before we start trying to push in so quickly.
Yeah, I think you're really, really right here, and I think that's why the members of Alterna are struggling to get in. I think it's the specials. I think it's a little bit of the not quite covering your sides, not quite getting in front of the tower path before you're actually pushing the tower, the objective here. And that is a lot of teams' downfalls here. But they still got a lot of time left here in this match to try to figure something out. I mean, we see folks trading out a good bit, but we see the members here of Neumont, like you said, the Llamas, they are completely punishing the members of Alterna every time they try to get a push. I mean, they're trying to be coolered up. The Reef Slider does get a pick, trying to open up some more space here, but they're having trouble sustaining anything, it looks like.
Yeah, it seems like when they get that 2-down opportunity, they kind of forget that they themselves are also 2-down when they try and keep going here. But this Dynamo is able to find a nice pick here. The strikes come out, and the Dreadringer is on tower. It's a 1v1 here in mid. Brush versus, or Luna versus Dynamo here. The Dynamo almost finds it, runs out of ink, and the Luna's able to get the final pick at the end of it. Not quite finding 2 here, so Alterna still has control of the tower. But that was a really clutch play from that Luna Blaster here.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, just more unpacking here, but looking at the Llamas and their ironclad. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say their ironclad hold here in mid, but and a wipe. Okay. I have to be gassing the members of Alterna a little bit better. Okay, so looking at this first checkpoint here. You're a kind of, what do you have to look at here? You have to try to get both sides. You have to make sure that the left is clean. This Reef Slider going to be great at controlling that left side. Good. But then the members, they focus too much on the left. It feels like the members of the Llamas were so ready for it that they just swooped right in and took the tower right out from under them. I mean, as lockout heavy as Ship Shape can be, it's hard to crack that first checkpoint. And you have to have control of both the right and the left. You can't just focus on one.
Yeah, as it seems like they were focusing a little bit too hard on that left bridge here, kind of forgetting to check their angles, but it seems like Neumont is also forgetting to check their angles with this brush, able to come in, not quite finding anything, but trying to open up some space. Seems like Neumont did a good job shutting it down before it gets too much worse for them, and that seems like a very delayed wipe here in favor of Neumont. The strikes come out trying to force anything, but that's not a great position if you want to pop strikes and keep living here. The Brush and Dynamo do a nice job riding tower, getting forward, and this Brush is going to try and keep stalling, but unfortunately they go down, and it's going to be a 2v2 here around this tower.
Yeah, going into the last 30 seconds, if you are Alterna here, you got to learn from that past mistake as well here. But even looking at that right now, the Luna comes in there, they pinch them. I feel like the members of the Llamas have such a great formation that they have going on, where the members of Alterna are just having a lot of trouble even getting in at all. The second they have any leeway, the second it feels like the tide might be turning, the members of Neumont are just so ready to take the tower right out from under them, it feels like. And again, I don't even think they're going to be able to get onto the tower here. Maybe Queenie on that Brush. No, they get taken out. Neumont, really dominant game there. It felt like they were never on the back foot at all. It felt like they always had control. Even when they got wiped out, they recovered like very gracefully.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like Neumont just had a lot better understanding of the map, you know, knowing when to look at those sides, when to use them, and when to get and flank around the tower. So hopefully we can see these teams, especially Alterna, start to kind of adjust and learn as we keep going through this set.
Yeah. I mean, what was really interesting though was that I feel like the Llamas still had trouble pushing. Like, they had such a good ironclad defense. Maybe it was the comp, maybe they weren't really able to capitalize off of their own specials. Maybe it was like a control thing. They couldn't, like, they had control of mid, but they couldn't push anything past that. I feel like a lot of teams struggle with that. Or maybe they decided defense is the best defense, and I'm just going to sit here, which is respectable too. But I do want to give it to Titans of Alterna, because it felt like even as much as they were on the back foot and even as much as they were struggling to push, they did get Neumont Splat Llamas out of their spawn. They did let them crack those 2 checkpoints, but they didn't let them KO, which is super common on Ship Shape TC, especially here. But going into the next game, switching it up a little bit, going to everyone's mother's favorite map, or a map that you've seen a bajillion times, and your mom has probably also seen this map, Mako Mart, but on Clam Blitz, which I feel like I don't see that much. But I like it. I like it on Clams. I think it's pretty funny. I feel like there's a lot of moments for like very funny little flanks. I feel like the brushes will probably do good here, the buckets as well, because of all the ledges. You always feel like bucket is always king on Mako Mart. But what do you think? What do you think we'll see here?
Yeah, it did seem like a lot of the reason that Titans of Alterna was struggling is that their comp just wasn't built for a flat map like ship shape. You got those buckets, you got the bucket, the dread ringer, and that dynamo that all want to be under ledges, able to camp and hold space that way, instead of just a flat up, straight fight in terrain that kind of looks a lot more like ship shape. So Mako Clamblitz is a really good opportunity for them to kind of show off their win condition, show off what their team comp was made to do.
That's such a good point. And even with them struggling, they still managed to get out the llamas. So that's such a good point that I didn't even think about, like how much better their comp is catered towards Mako Mart here, and especially with something like Clamblitz, because I feel like your pushes look way more different. Than like Rainmaker and Tower, they follow kind of a similar structure. Like Zones is kind of on its own, but Clams is really on its own, where I feel like folks still have trouble with Clams in general. You see it at all skill levels, which is very fascinating to me. Like you see top level teams not able to score against each other until like halfway into the match. Like you see that a lot. So I'd be interested to see like what helps these teams get in actually, like what breaks neutral. Is it going to be all the ledges with the buckets? Is it going to be brush flanks? Is it going to be like cooler spam just rushing at each other? I'd be interested to see that, especially with clams, because like I said, it's pretty wonky. And I'm also interested to see the clam economy. The clam economy has to be down stat if you want to win clams.
Yeah, managing those clams is going to be very important if you want to get your push going and continue it. And this might be a bit of a scrappier game. Titans of Alterna kind of seem like they want to keep the pressure on, play very scrappy, and take those advantages when they see them. So this might be a map that's a lot better suited for it. It being a tighter map, a lot more corridors and ledges and all sorts of things, fun things to play off of. So really interesting to see how that dynamic kind of unfolds here.
Yeah. And I also like Mako Mart because I think it's really funny that you're in a grocery store. And that makes me smile, and I really like that. And I like how I think one of the callouts is the melons. The melons. Anyway, speaking of melons, guys, Mako Mart, yay! Heading into
Where was
game
that going?
2. Yippee! No, it wasn't going anywhere. There is no rhyme or reason with my transitions ever. Is that a big swing?
Speaking of no rhyme or
Hello?
reason, we're looking at these
What?
comps here. We see Luna staying on the side of
Wait.
Neumont, but we're seeing the big swig. And oh wait,
Triple
that's 3
bucket?
buckets?
Triple
Wait.
bucket.
All right, so this is Mako Mart. Welcome to Mako Mart here. Buckets on aisle 3, 5, and 6 here, as the Luna Blaster is able to get a quick pick here on that right stack. 2 down early on either side, with one of the buckets jumping back to spawn. We're getting some early chaos in this one.
Oh my lord. And what was really funny was that their one bucket player was the one who got picked off first, or the non-bucket player. Excuse me, so sorry. But the Luna, they got wiped already here. Less than 40 seconds into this match already. Neumont, really strong. They get 2 power clams in. I don't know if they're going to be able to push any more off of that, though. I mean, yeah, here, the members there, they're going to keep a stagger going as well. But still, really good. Oh, and they get a pick there onto Raze. Good. So here, the member. Oh, and the back. I was gonna say they're about to blow up. I was gonna get commentator curse, but this is really gonna open up mid even more here for the members of Titans of Alterna. Hopefully, they're gonna be able to control these stacks. This, listen, I was unsure about the big swig, but apparently it's working out for them here. But their teammate wasn't ready for the jump. Oh my gosh, and they both get taken out. Oh, the push. It's dead.
Dang, but that big swig with that ink vac is going to be really key for Alterna, looking to push in into this basket and force some space here. Those missiles coming out is going to mean that Alterna is going to be on the back foot here. This bucket has to rotate back to left stack. This Luna is coming in onto the stack, but gets shut down by a combination of 2 buckets and a big swig here. This brush is sharking this ink vat, looking to make something happen. Gets a nice sneaky pick on the stack. Gets a second, looking for 3, finds it, and that's a full wipe for Neumont.
Oh my gosh, 2 wipes already. Complete this. This is so nuts. Okay, they've already got the power clam. Good. The clam economy. Like we kind of talk about Clam Blitz. if you can get as many wipes as you want, but if you don't have your clams down, I mean, your push is going to take so much longer here. And exactly like I just said, like I predicted in my massive brain, their push would have happened so much faster had they had the clams faster there. But it doesn't even matter. Grace, shut the heck up, because they're already at 40 remaining. Their Luna there is cycling back some clams. They do get taken out. Okay, the two front lines there are going to go down there onto Neumont. So now it's up to Titans of Alterna. They're going to be coolered up. They need to get the members here of Neumont out of here. Oh, okay, or just score the clam. You know what? Okay, never mind. Or just score the power clam. Why not?
Yeah, it's better to force the issue than to wait in some scenarios. However, Alterna doesn't have a whole lot of steam on that push, so we're going to see all 4 members coming back into mid here, being able to stabilize, get some specials, and an early trade from the Big Swig to the Luna is going to mean that this stays even here. But the brush is under basket, potentially looking for those 2 balls here to jump in under basket, but the pro goes down and another goes down on either side, so this brush is trying to find anything. The Big Swig doing a nice job keeping them at bay, and both teams are going to have to reset.
Oh my gosh. I'm in awe of how much the Llamas are able to stop Alterna. It feels like always in their tracks. Okay, I have Commentator cursed the crap out of them. That's actually, I'm like 5 for 5. I don't even know what's wrong with me at this point. But the members here of Alterna, they need to get some more clams in here. Okay, Ampri there. Okay, they do get some more. And I think that was about 3 more clams, but they're not able to get the lead off of that. Oh my gosh, they got a double. Okay. Really good. It's going to stagger the members of the Llamas from getting back here. They're wary. They think that they're in their walls. And they stick by the basket, which slows down the Llamas from getting back into mid here. So this is a little bit of good momentum here for Alterna if they're able to keep the mid control that the Llamas inadvertently gave them here. Oh, okay, so that's 2 down there. If they're able to make a push off of this, that would be really huge because, like I've been saying, the members of the Llamas are pretty backed up.
Yeah, absolutely. The missiles are going to try and force him back, though. And this is going to be... We're running down on a minute left here. Alterna is going to need to find something quick, but 3 down on Alterna and potentially a delayed wipe. No, PJ doing a nice job living, not letting the wipe go through. But Neumont is going to get the score in, but sacrifices 2 of their members to get it. So it's just this heavy left alive. Corn on that tri-slosher, able to find the last pick. And Alterna, is going to have 20 seconds to get as many clams as they can and flip the table here.
Oh my gosh, and over here on this Luna, okay, they weren't able to get a pick there. Okay, their specials are popping. They've got that ink back online. The brush just swinging on them for dear life. Wait, they have so many clams. Complete. We focused on the brush for too long. It made me laugh too much. Oh my gosh, Titans of Alterna. Listen, their barrage of aggression there on the stacks in mid on top of Neumont there led them to victory. I feel like you said, I think it was the terrain. I think it was their aggression, the scrappiness that we talked about before the match as well. But my gosh, what a great win for them. Yes, replay, and I won't talk about the brush the entire time again. But yeah, I mean, the members there, they're shooting up onto their plat, they're stopping the members here, and they keep the brush occupied so that they can run in and score. That was just so beautiful and played so calm and cool despite it being overtime.
Yeah, that ink vac from Ampri doing such a nice job of protecting all the members on the team, giving them time to both score their clams and keep control under the basket here. But what really stood out to me is that Neumont had pretty good control of this game for the whole time up until that kind of last push of theirs where they were able to push the lead by 9 points, but they all had to wipe because of it. So that gave Alterna a lot of time to both get the clams and the space needed for that push.
Yeah, good point. I wonder if it's like Alterna poked a hole in their defense because I feel like their defense was so strong on TC ship shape. Or if it was more of like a clutch factor where they started to panic a little bit. Or maybe they just got like a little overzealous of trying, like the brush trying to get on top of the vac to try to stop them. Maybe it was like nerves, maybe it was something like that there. But despite that, Alterna, they found something there that they can use going into the rest of this set because the cracks are forming a little bit on the Llamas. Like their defense isn't as ironclad as it looked at the start of the set.
Yeah, absolutely. They did a nice job there, and hopefully we'll be able to see that momentum continue forward onto our next map. Alterna will look to capitalize on Splat Zone's Mahi, which should be a bit more of an even one for either side, having a little bit of that rocky terrain from Mako, but also some good flat spaces from Ship Shape here. So a nice kind of even match for these two teams to fight it out on.
Yeah, and I feel like Mahi Mahi can be so scrappy at times. Like, I feel like it's a master class on like how you actually want to play zones. Like, it doesn't really force any type of play style, so you kind of have to do what you want. Like, you can go for the lockout route, which like some people find is good, but then you can go for the sneaking around and keeping mid and then letting them drop into you route. You can go for the special spam route. Like, it's very there's not one way to win Mahi, which is why I like it so much.
Mhm.
And like you said, I feel like either comp can work really well here. So I think it's going to be a matter of adapting and seeing the patterns that the other teams fall into. Because I'm assuming it's not going to be like a 100-0 kind of wipeout uh, push there. Not and no huge blowout push from either team. I think it's going to be a lot of back and forth. And with that, you have to see the weird habits that your enemies fall into, like what's working, what isn't working, and you have to adapt on the fly here. So that's the same comp coming out from Titans of Alterna. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think that's the same exact comp from the Llamas too, right? Unless I'm crazy.
Yeah, it is. And one of the most
Good.
important things, however, is that Dreadringer has two mains of special power up. So we're gonna see
Lord.
a lot of zone flipping. But never mind. Four go down early for Alterna, and Neumont is gonna have the opportunity to reside in Alterna's base here. A bit of an overstep from Alterna on that opening, and the Llamas are able to punish it fairly quick. The hammer comes out, getting chipped on two, but not quite finding anything just yet. And Neumont looks fairly comfortable right now.
Oh, that was such an interesting shift. I don't know if you noticed that, but they were going for the lockout route. I was like prepared to talk about how they were locking out the members of Titans of Alterna here, but they backed up as soon as their Luna went down. Really, really swift movements from them. I mean, although it doesn't keep them the zone there just quite, but it does stall a bit of time to make it more of a back and forth in mid. Really, really smart adaptation there from the Llamas. That was just like really, really good. And I mean, they're already down to 38 remaining. Like, that's not a blowout. We're not in the single digits or anything like that, but that's still a really, really strong start here. And there's already 2 members down of Titans of Alterna, and they're gonna keep the zone. My gosh, really good.
Yeah, it seems like the Llamas are going to get the zone back and start working through that 30-point penalty of theirs. But it seems like Alterna's going to stagger here a bit. Just 2 left alive, 1 left alive. Just PJ goes
That's it.
down to Aeolia's crab here. And that's going to be another wipe for the Llamas. The Zipcaster coming out with this Octobrush looking for a pick.
Oh.
Able to find Pinecone here. And that's a very big pick here if you're looking to hold this zone.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, wait. Oh, okay. I thought that was going to get somebody there. I mean, with the strikes coming out as well. Okay, okay. I feel like Titans of Alterna have a really good clutch factor onto the zone. They're really good at getting it out right out from under the Llama's hands there, which is great for them. Yeah, they have all those specials that are good for them. The splashdown, the strikes, the reef slider, of course, although it isn't as, prominent as it used to be because of those nerfs. But still, I feel like the Llamas here are just going to have to get some kind of a... Oh my god, never
Ooh.
mind. I was going to have to say they have to have more of an ironclad kind of defense here to keep the zone in their hands so that the members of Titans of Alterna can't come running out from under them again. But they get another wipe onto them. I think our wipe counter's got to be at like 5 or something for this set so far. The Llamas, they can win a team fight. If there's one thing... Oh, hello! Oh, it's a quad! Oh! If they're gonna get a quad...
Albie on the Octobrush, finding 4 onto Alterna here, and that might do it for this game. 10 ticks remaining. The Luna goes down early. The Zipcaster greedily looking for more, and it's the Reef Slider's not able to get to the zone in time, and game 3 will go on the side of the Llamas here.
Oh, oh my gosh. I need to see the replay of how that brush got up there. Were they just not looking for that angle? Were they so focused on getting crossfired from mid and like protecting their right side of their spawn? I'm just so curious at that. Because okay, yes, here's the carnage. Here's the carnage. I think they just swam up onto that left side and they weren't ready for it. And they completely ripped through them. Listen, I think amazing flank from Albi, of course. But I feel like what always makes a great flank is keeping the stimuli in mid and in front of you. Like you're not looking for the flank, you're looking for the people in front of the flank so that you don't notice the flank. Haha, Schrodinger's flank. It's not I don't know what I'm talking about. But whatever the llamas did, because I wasn't looking for it because I wasn't expecting the crazy flank. Whatever they did worked because I mean Titans of Alterna, they weren't expecting it at all. They were completely taken by surprise.
Yeah, absolutely. I bet there's a lot of pressure. You know, Titans of Alterna did a nice job getting to the zone, making sure it flipped and getting some sort of penalty tacked onto the llamas, but they were never able to really sustain that push for much longer or get a hold of their own. So that kind of pressure just builds up, and you can kind of see Alterna was very eager to drop off that right side, push into zone, and it seems like they just left that left side unchecked here.
Yeah. And I feel like it maybe they were expecting more of a lockout because I feel like the llamas were just like flowing in between like the game state so well. Like I mentioned, when their front line went down, they backed up completely. Like nobody overextended because they were so in tune with each other to back up at the same time. Really smart. So then maybe Titans of Alterna were taken aback because they were like, wait, where are the llamas? Like it feels like they're all in mid. Are they just not going to lock us out this time? And then that comfort and like that they thought they saw them all in mid is what opened them up for the flank. Regardless, so beautiful. But listen, Titans of Alterna it's not over till it's over here. And going into Rainmaker Humpback Pump Track, I mean, I feel like they're probably going to stick to their comp because this is ledge heaven for Titans of Alterna.
Absolutely here. And one big factor here that we're going to see is that ink vacuum on the big swig. We're going to, after you get past that first check, Humpback turns into an extremely narrow choke point that you're going to need to brute force through if you want to keep pushing that Rainmaker. So that ink vac is going to do so much work in this match, I would assume. So really interesting to see.
And all their specials work so well too. I feel like you could do like a line of strikes to try to do like a little smoke screen for the Rainmaker. The splashdowns as well, really great for repopping, for pushing in general. I really like the Neptune jump scare. I knew it was Neptune because I recognized from all the 50 pounds of art that I've seen from Neptune, our lovely producer and streamer. So wait, looking at the comps, the sploosh, the sploosh. The sploosh?
The sploosh and the paintbrush. We're going to see two very ratty weapons. Alterna in orange and Neumont in blue here coming out to get this pop here. So this will be very interesting to see how both these two curling bomb weapons fare on this very wide map here. But the Luna able to find two. The paintbrush on that top right flank. And this is going to be an early checkpoint for the side of Neumont here.
Oh my gosh. And they're probably going to have some specials online. Nova, my gosh, they're on like an 8 kill. Oh, my bad, they're dead. Commentator's curse. But they were ripping through the defenses here. Wait, that paintbrush is flanking on the left. Oh, yes, Neptune. Yeah. Oh. Okay, go back, Neptune. Go back. I'm so sorry. Nova touches down. Rips through them once again. Gets a double. Enables them to try to go in further. Brute forcing to back is so funny. Just continuing to swim through it. That's literally what I would do too. But that's basically a wipe there, a delayed wipe it feels like. But Nova's still sitting in mid. Are they gonna rip through once again? They do. They get one. Can they get two? Can they get the Rainmaker? Queenie. Okay. They dip and dodge. They get out of it. Complete. I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. Oh, the bomb.
This is just chaos on all sides here, but it seems like, never mind. Alterna is going to be denied the checkpoint here. The Inkvac not doing enough, and it's just the Dreadringer here set up on that right side of mid here. We're gonna see Neumont already has a pretty good lead here, but we're gonna see if they want to push it even further. The big swig goes down as well with the hammer coming out. This could be devastating for Alterna if they're not careful.
Gosh.
Nova getting two. But and that's a wipeout as well. We see the big swing trying to stop it, and they get them at one.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Titans of Alterna, y'all have got this. You have 50-11 specials that are so good on the plat. You can totally do this. Don't let those missiles slow you down, ladies. I don't know if there's any ladies, but I mean, come on here. Nova. Okay. They do get Nova out. Really good here. But My gosh, the members here of the Llamas are just so ready to stop them at the checkpoint. And they were taking such an aggressive position there, rolling around without a care in the world, despite everyone trying to stop them here. But Nova here contesting this pop. Titans of Alterna, they have so much to conquer here. Okay, the vac. Oh, no, the vac didn't save them from getting picked off here. And Nova, once again, being the little rat that they are. And then they get the pop.
Ooh.
Titans of Alterna. Oh my gosh, okay. Listen, if I were them, I would just be looking for more of a clean slate thing. I wouldn't want to push there onto that weird little left ledge. It feels awkward. It's hard to do it, especially with all the ledges. Oh my gosh. But they're going to get their 3 down. Complete. My god, I'm going to have a heart attack. Again, another one.
Oh, the missiles secure the wipeout here. Neumont is going to keep pushing here, going to keep trying for that ever-elusive knockout on this map. The Reef Slider comes out from Pinecone, not finding anything, but forcing some good space. But 2 to go down on Alterna here, but the Inkbat should be able to put a stop to this push with Corn, the Tri-Slosher, being able to pick the rain off here.
I really like the way they use that vac as kind of like a, like a shield. Like they were like the support healing somebody trying to push up and get some picks there, which is really good. But the members of Titans of Alterna are just really struggling to get anything after they kill the Rainmaker. It feels like Neumont knows that they're in such a great position, that they're playing together so well. They're so great at keeping the Rainmaker right where they want it. They feel so in control this game. And I mean, it's going to be so hard for Titans of Alterna because they're going to have to KO if they want to win it.
Oh, the hammer gets eaten by the vac, but Nova is able to secure the pick with their main weapon, able to find a second, and it's just the Dreadringer yet again, but this Dreadringer has been so good at holding on, not allowing the Llamas to get the knockout to end this game, but it seems like we're going to take the Rainmaker back, just keep it in a safer spot here. Oh, never mind, we're going for the knockout. The Big Swig is able to stop it, and it's just Raze on that pro left alive. Now, if we're Alterna, we're going to need to take a breath, ease into mid, and build specials for this push here. We got a long way to go with only 30 seconds left on the clock, but they run straight into Nova. Nova putting in an elite performance this match.
The 50th wipe! My gosh, I'm telling y'all, the team fights from the Llamas are just so clean. I feel like they're so good at fighting together. They're so good at taking these angles that are only advantageous for them. So smart. They know how to pick their battles. Really good here. Oh my gosh, are those missiles gonna? Okay, no. So I was about to freak out. But this is now or never. Oh, they didn't.
Oh no, we don't grab.
They didn't pick it up. No. I wonder if they accidentally swam in front of it and didn't realize. I've definitely done that. I have also accidentally run the Rainmaker past the checkpoint because I forgot the checkpoints were a thing in Splatoon 3. So that is okay. Titans of Alterna, good effort, but the Llamas. My gosh, Neumont Splat Llamas. Such an amazing showing here. Looking again at the carnage that Nova left in their wake, and Raze here ready to follow up. Albie here also following up. And they weren't able to KO it there, but the aggression and the oppression onto the plat never stopped that entire match. It felt like Titans of Alterna couldn't breathe, and I couldn't breathe either, hence the heart attack.
Yeah, Nova on that Luna and Albie on that Paintbrush did such a good job this game of just being so up close and personal, not giving Alterna the space to really think much about what was going on, or even think about pushing the Rainmaker, really. So a really dominant performance from the Llamas here from Game 4.
Yeah, oh my gosh. It was kind of giving me a flashback to that tower control ship shape game where it felt like they were in control the entire time, but they still didn't manage to KO. So still, Titans of Alterna, good. Like they that's still something that is prominent in all of the games here. That Titans of Alterna, it's not over till it's over. They're very resilient here. So going into, because this is excuse me, this is a best of 7. So going into this here, this, I mean, is their match point. Because Neumont Splat Llamas, Neptune, don't lie to me. They're up 3-1. Ooh, they are. The little worm in my brain just told me. They are up 3-1 here, so this is match point. I like how you went to the little worm in my brain. You know, we all have them. Definitely, for sure. But the next game that we're looking at here going into game 5 will be Tower Control Undertow Spillway. And if we know anything about the Llamas is that they can do a good tower control game here. But we also know about the Titans of Alterna, is that they too are pretty good on defense here. But your brain is massive, Complete. Out of these comps that we've seen so far, were you looking up at your massive brain because it's so massive? It's like you can just see it, because I can see it right now. Which comp do you think is the most
a little covered
dominant here? A little bit. It's okay. The bangs, the tasteful bang. Which comp do you think is going to be the most dominant here? Like if it goes in the same realm that we've seen so far.
Yeah, absolutely. What we're kind of looking at with these comps is kind of a battle of philosophies here. We got Titans of Alterna favoring those big AoE weapons that can get up under those ledges, like that big swig, the tri-slosher, the vanilla slosher, that can just wreak havoc from anywhere they really want to be. And then we see the Llamas, on the other hand, favoring more weapons that can get up close, be personal, and use those big hitboxes to secure kills up close, like that Luna, that Paintbrush, and with that heavy and missiles to really support that strategy. So Undertow is going to be a very narrow map in mid, but once you get outside that, it's going to favor the team that can use those ledges best and use that kind of those one-way drops really well. So I think Titans of Alterna's comp gear gets the slight edge.
That's such a good point. The clashes of the philosophies, because I feel like that's probably why Titans of Alterna are struggling so much, because they're so focused on like these big, huge explosions kind of fights, but then the Llamas are like, we're just gonna skirt around you and swipe your feet out from under you so that you can't push us at all with your explosive kind of energy there. What the heck? What? Oh, only Pine Cone, the guiding light of my heart and my soul, is the only weapon that stayed the same here. Okay, looking at the Neo Splash makes a lot of sense. The Blaster as well, maybe taking a little bit of a page out of Nova's book, which seems to be working so far. I mean, both Blasters did just explode in mid, but still, interesting comp switch up.
Yeah, the strikes from that Neo Splash is going to give them a lot more sustain going forward. The End Splash able to get so much resources out over the course of this game, and it seems like Neumont has been on the back foot for the opening of this one, going one down early. Both sides now even. This Nova on this Luna able to find one. A second one goes down to the missiles, and this Straggler is going to try and hold on this top left side, getting a nice pick onto Nova here. This first checkpoint's going to be broken with the crab, but the strikes come out, and that's going to be a big equalizer. But the brush, I'll be able to find the Dreadringer, but Queenie on that Octorush able to trade them out safely here.
Oh my lordy. That was really funny. Oh, that's how I feel exactly this entire match. I feel like every time somebody has a lot of momentum going, anytime somebody's about to hit that flow aura, everyone's like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna pick you off. So both these teams here still pretty evenly matched. I mean, despite the kind of dominance that we've seen from the Llamas here, Titans of Alterna, it's not over till it's over, and we've seen that energy from them throughout this entire set here. So that first checkpoint, okay, we're cleared. Can we move up a little bit more? This bubble's gonna help us, but Nova's in the bubble. Nova's in the bubble. Devastating. Once the Luna's in the bubble, it feels like it's just all over. It feels like you're in a cage with a bear, and the bear hates you. And Nova's the bear with bear ears. I planned that out. Yeah, with my brain. Yeah.
Man, I hate when bears hate me. Nova on this hammer, getting a nice pick, helping with the second, looking for a third here, and this second checkpoint's going to be broken fairly easily, but this Reef Slider not able to find anything just yet, and Albi does a nice job of shutting the Reef Slider down here with Corn on this V-Blaster trying to follow up. Queenie gets in behind, able to get a second, and that's going to be a wipeout onto the Llamas here. So a push 234 is pretty big, but Alterna has a good shot of flipping the script here.
They do, and I feel like they have a lot of good specials to kind of follow up off of that as well. Nova's going to go down. That's a lot of the aggression from Neumont here. Albi, though, is going to come in. Oh, comboing off of their own whale. As soon as the whale comes out, and it's from an ink brush specifically, even if Nova's down, I mean, it feels like you have to just back up and give them the space for it, or they're just going to wombo combo you until you explode.
Ooh, Ampri on that End Splash doing a nice job shutting down the Brush's aura, but gets traded out, and it's just this heavy with the crab left alive facing this Reef Slider here. The Reef Slider will shred the crab, but the tower going to 30-28, going to add on to this lead here with 20 minutes left to play. And now if you're Alterna, you're going to be looking at this, this game 5 here, and you got to push this tower all the way to 27 if you want to keep your playoff hopes alive here.
Indeed, indeed. Oh my gosh, there's a lot riding on this game here. Game. It's okay. But here, looking at their win conditions, I think, okay, popping the specials, good. Trying to get more control here of mid. Makes a lot of sense. They funnel the members of Neumont into that right area, but they're not able to get it. I mean, but here, you don't have to worry about the area quite yet because the tower path is going to go towards the left. Nova, ooh, okay, they sense the bear. Coming towards them in their bubble. They do take them out, but Albie here still able to follow up off of the aggression. Still able to follow up off of the pressure of Nova being in that bubble, taking out that blaster as well. And it's another scrap fest in mid. As scrappy as it was and as how much paint was flying around here, Neumont, our kings here of team fights, are going to come out on top here. And offense is the best defense here for them in this game. And they're still pushing that tower. They want to go for that knockout. They want to keep the tower on the side of Titans of Alterna's map so that they have the best chances of securing this game.
Oh, Corn gets a nice pick onto that crab for the double here, and it's just Nova on the side on defense here. We got 44 seconds left of this game, so it's now or never for the Titans of Alterna here. We're going to see the Octobrush have the Zipcaster ready, but they go down early. The strikes go down as well after being popped, and Nova is finally shut down, but it takes 3 members of Alterna to get there, and the last goes down here early. So we're going to see, we got 20 seconds left here to make a play, get this tower all the way across the map into 27 here. 27 is going to be that magical number. Ampri on this end splash looking to find a pick onto Albi, but it's not going to happen. We got 8 more seconds left. The Nova camping the ledge gets one. The Reef Slider comes out looking for a pick on the crab, finds 3, but the tower, someone needs to get on tower and we're not there.
Oh my gosh, Pine Cone, the triple into the not able to get onto the tower. That is so devastating. Oh my gosh, really great showing from Titans of Alterna here, but Neumont Splat Llamas, my gosh, they killed it. They did an amazing job here, and they're able to clutch up the set here. They're going to get a 4-1 win over Titans of Alterna here, which makes them 3-0 total. But they did drop their first game ever here in the league so far to Titans of Alterna there. Again, the photo finish, the tower just pushing Pinecone in their sadness and their defeat there, despite all the picks, not able to get onto the tower in time in their little devil horns.
Man, we just needed 1 more second for a potential overtime push, but the Llamas did such a nice job all throughout that game, able to put a stop to Alterna's pushes there. And Alterna wasn't necessarily bad at getting picks, but during so many of those team fights, it seems like all the trades were just helping the Llamas over Alterna. I don't know if it was cooler. I don't know if they were just able to give jumps in better, but all those 1-for-1s just seemed to favor the Llamas throughout that game.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't help that when you get such a huge blowout push at the start, anytime you trade, unless you're like really on the back foot and you're trying to defend, they're going to be in your favor because you're not the person trying to push. You're not the one who needs the aggression there. So a lot of the time trades are always going to be in the other team's or in your favor. But yeah, like great match. I mean, Neumont Splat Llamas, amazing showing from them. Titans of Alterna as well. Very good at adapting. Like, I liked the bold move to switch up their comps so much into that last game because they were like, something isn't working. We need to throw a wrench into this cycle that we found ourselves in with the Llamas, and I think a comp's gonna do that. And it was working in some aspects there. Like towards the end, they had a push going on. They were trying to break out and more into those fights as well. Like, I think the blaster was helping as well. Like I mentioned, taking a page out of Nova's book as well, but not able to secure the win. Neumont Splat Llamas, Neumont University, which we found out is in Utah. the Utah Goats, but yeah, great showing from both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't go anywhere. It seems like we might get some players from Neumont to do a player interview here pretty shortly, so we look forward to doing that here in a couple minutes. But man, what a good set.
Really great set. I mean, I'm glad we had the honor of commentating it. I love watching teams across divs I feel like especially in Div 1, it can get a little um, stale bread. Like you're just kind of like, oh, there's a pencil. So everybody has
Mm.
cooler. That's just kind of how you see. But I like seeing fun picks, like Nova on the Luna Blaster. I love seeing that. I love seeing the fun, like the I'm blanking on the beautiful roller, the big one, the big swig. I never see her anymore, and I love her. I love to see Dread despite the nerf. Love to see buckets. The triple bucket comp was a huge highlight. I thought that was so funny. I love whenever teams do stuff like that when you know it's kind of like their bread and butter and they just stick to it. I love and respect it. Um, just a lot of very fun comps across divs.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're gonna hopefully see both these teams continue to perform throughout the season. It's only week 3, so we still got 2 more weeks before those dreaded playoffs on the horizon. So especially Neumont being able to potentially secure their playoff picture with that win, moving to a nice 3-0 on the season. Their only real threat being not being able to make it. Oh wait, it's a 4-group team, so they're gonna need about 1 more win to probably secure their playoff picture for sure. So, really excited to see that how they perform in the playoffs when they get there.
Yeah. But guess what, folks? Our lovely, lovely interview is ready. We're going to be talking to one of the ever so lovely members of Neumont Splat Llamas. So if you would please introduce yourself to the friends and family at home.
Hello,
Our
hello.
lovely
My name is Albie. I am the captain and founder of the Neumont University Splatoon 3 team.
Yippee! Thank you for joining us. Oh my gosh. Okay, so first question. How did you feel going into the match tonight?
We felt fairly confident, but it was a little bit of a wild
Slay.
card. We didn't recognize the team super well. I know this is one of the newer teams in the league overall. And so we were really surprised when we saw, especially Triple Slosher.
On the Mako game, it was so
on
funny.
the Mako Mart game. Yeah.
That's cool though. That's cool. I feel like there's a new level of nerves when there's somebody that you don't really recognize, especially in the league in general, or if there's just straight up players that you don't recognize. So this is a question that I had that I thought of while we were watching this set. But we saw a lot of wipeouts from y'all, from the llamas. Beautifully done, beautifully done. I was so excited every single time. But I want to ask you, what is y'all's key to team fights? Like, is there a thought process behind it? Is it is it an angles thing? Is it a fighting pairs thing? But what is your approach to taking team fights? Because they went so well, like every time. I'm just so curious.
It can really depend. I think while the scoreboard definitely shows that the Brush, me, and Nova, the Luna Blaster, look like the big team players, big star players, a lot of those picks are enabled by the missiles from Raze, our Sputtershot Pro, and really just the existence of such a fast killing weapon like Heavy Edits. So kind of our idea is to try to always have the enemy team on their toes, always pressure. And that's why this is not a normal thing, but I run special power up on Ink Brush. And that's just so I can get that little extra time with whales, so there's a little bit more pressure out. And that's basically our idea with the whole comp, is just put out hitboxes, put out pressure as long as possible, as much as possible, so that they don't have the time to recuperate.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
good. No, completely.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, and over the course of that game, we saw you pick a few different weapons to kind of help that, that comp, that theory thrive. But I want to focus on one in particular, that Splat Zone's Mahi game, where we saw you get up onto their plat and take 4 of them all out at once. What was going through your mind when that happened? Walk us through that one.
So with Mahi Zones, and the reason I chose Octobrush there is because it's a very flat map, right? Relatively, at least, for Splatoon. It's quite open, it's quite flat, and so Inkbrush can't really do Inkbrush things, right? So I chose that Octobrush to kind of get more range, get more pure solo fighting power. And with that quad, I really just saw an off angle I could take and went Octobrush can do this, and did it so.
Yeah, heck yeah. You love to
Heck
see it. You
yeah.
love to see those hype moments on stream here. We had a lot of fun with it as well.
Yes, yes, we did. Okay, last question for you. Thank you again for joining us. Do you know who you're facing next week, and do you have any predictions on the outcome?
So next week, we will be facing Rail, but that is actually spring break for us, and one of our players is going. Are you going out of the country or just? Yeah, going out
they're
of the
in there.
country.
Oh, they're in
So-
person.
They're in there.
Yes, all four of us. So we all play in a room. Everyone is here.
Oh,
Do you
that's
have like a
awesome.
facility at your esports club or something like
Yes,
that?
we do.
So sick. I love that so much. Okay, that's really okay. Okay. Well, even if you're not playing next week, do you have any predictions on the outcome? Have you like sleuthed and like stalked them a little bit yet, or not sure?
I've been trying to stalk them, but there's like no information I can find.
Ugh,
And
Not
it's scary
stalkable.
because it's the number 2 seed in our group, and we're number 1. So it's like
Yeah.
it's the match that's supposed to be hardest.
Listen.
So we are
No, I'm
we
sorry.
are certainly trying to find out anything and everything we can. And when the match does come, I'm sure it will be quite close and quite exciting.
Yes, you're gonna have to let CCA stream it and let folks commentate it. It's gonna be really, really fun. Oh my gosh. Don't laugh at me. It's gonna be really fun. You have to do it. You have to.
I'll submit another request. I mean, I always submit requests.
Yay.
No, listen, I'm so happy to have been commentating your match. Go back and watch the VOD if you want to see us get really excited about random things and talk about the melons on Mako Mart. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for sitting down for this interview. Tell all your other teammates we say hi because they're all there. That's so cute. I love that. It's like a little land. That's so cute. But is there any? Do you guys have like a team Twitter or Blue Sky you want to plug before you run away, or?
We don't specifically have a Splatoon Twitter, but we do have a Neumont Esports Twitter at Neumont Esports, NEUMONT, as well as a Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok.
Beautiful. Awesome. Okay, thank you for joining us for this interview.
Yeah,
Have a
thank you
lovely
so much for
night.
having me.
Of course. Oh my gosh. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, what a lovely interview. I'd love to get into the sick and twisted mind of an Inkbrut. No, I'm kidding. But it's always so nice to talk to competitors after their game goes. I love that CCA is doing this. I love CCA. You know what else I love? Plugging ourselves because we have to stop and let Neptune go to bed. So my name is Grace. You can find me on Blue Sky at Tubnug.
Yep, that's
Also on Twitter. I don't really like it over there anymore, but I'm also on Blue Sky. You can also hopefully find me most weeks here on CCA when I can do it, commentating, because I love CCA over here. But what about you, my lovely co-commentator? What about you? Plug something.
You can find me over on complete.bsky.social, or I also do a lot of work with the student organization Splatoon at UH. You can check them out on Blue Sky as well. So yeah, it was lovely to commentate with you.
It was lovely to commentate with you. Stop it. Oh my gosh. Okay, well that's us signing off. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching a lovely Division 4 match. Congrats to Neumont Splat Llamas as well, going 4-1. Still not dropping a set in their group so far. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Good night.